Mr. Peterson, Mr. Thomas will be down shortly. He'd like to meet you in the conference room.
Hello, Mr. Peterson. I'm Mr. Thomas.
I know who you are. Nice to meet you.
Well, do you know why you're here today?
I have no idea what any of this is about.
It's about your dedication to the firm. We've heard about you. Intern of the month 2 months in a row. And you've scored high scores on the customer surveys and you've logged in the most OT. And the company fitness center tells me you've got a killer squash backhand. Before we kick this idea too far down the road, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm originally from Indiana. When I was 10, my teacher discovered I had a knack for numbers and abstract concepts, so she advanced me to the next grade. Next thing I know, I'm in the Ivy League and my friends are in the Little League.
Amazing. And you've also earned an MBA.
Yes, finance. My thesis was about the future of high-low income economies.
High-low income economies, you must have studied the Pharaoh maneuver.
No.
No? Wow. In ancient Egypt, the pharaohs protected themselves from being assassinated because when they died, they buried everyone all around them with them at the same time so they could serve them in the afterlife. This strategy for keeping subordinates in line is known as the Pharaoh maneuver.
Meaning we'll do everything in our power to keep our boss alive in order to prevent our own death.
Exactly. We're modern pharaohs. Is there something wrong with your elbow?
No, I just banged it during practice.
Oh, weak elbows, right?
I've enjoyed my summer internship here, but I must say this meeting came as a bit of a shock.
Any hobbies outside of the building?
I enjoy tennis.
Really? With that elbow?
Well, I'll be fine in a couple of days.
So you've got brains, you've got health. What about wealth? You got any of that?
Well, I'm working on the wealth part here at the firm.
Have you settled down yet?
With the kinds of hours that we put in, there's not much time for that.
All work and no play. It's a trade-off. Well, Mr. Peterson,
Yes, sir?
I know that this process has been secretive and drawn out and invasive too, but it's the most important decision of my life, and I want to make sure you're the right fit.
I don't follow.
This is more than just an opportunity for advancement. Mark, I'm old, but who cares? I own Thomas Industries and I can do anything I want with it. For example, I could appoint you president and CEO of the firm.
Me? Really? What? You're kidding.
And I could leave you all of my assets, the stocks, bonds, annuities, holding companies, personal houses, cars, you name it. Everything, it's all yours. Actually, I'll hold on to a little nest egg, but you get the idea. Mark, I'm doubling down on my future and I'm doubling down on you.
Me? Seriously?
When you get to be my age, you start to think about succession. And sure, I could divide it among relatives or leave it in a trust, but after some clever legal advice, I'm leaving it to you, my most noteworthy employee.
Me? Noteworthy?
Yes, you, Mark. Don't be so humble, you're not that great. I have mucho respect for all of the sacrifices you've made for our firm, our team, our family. You're a pro, a keeper, a wunderkind. We need more like you, eager, excited, motivated. So just a few personal questions left to ask. Have you ever smoked? Cigarettes.
No, I don't smoke. I've never smoked.
You never smoked, not even one cigarette.
Maybe one or two when I was younger.
I'm sorry, Mark. I was hoping for a non-smoker.
But I am a non-smoker.
I'm a purist.
So I'm disqualified because I had one cigarette when I was 15.
You don't understand.
No, I think I do understand, Mr. Thomas, and I beg you to reconsider. I mean,
Health is wealth, Mark.
I've run 2 marathons since then. I beg you to reconsider.
Well, maybe I'm being excessive. But I have 2 other candidates who say they've never smoked.
Well, wait until you interrogate them the way you've interrogated me, and we'll see what they have and have not.
Well, that's true. All right, Mark. Feel free to ask any questions about me or this unique opportunity.
Well, what is some advice you would give to the next CEO?
Ah, Mark, I couldn't have asked a better question myself. Diversify. Keep debt down. Innovate. Work hard, and then work harder. I'm going to tell you a story. My friend Jerry was showing me around his town, and he put the back of his hand on my chest, and he said, "You're going to love this." And then he pointed to a guy, and he said, "You see that guy? He thinks that a nickel is worth more than a dime because it's bigger." So we go over to the guy, and Jerry shows him a nickel and a dime. And he says, "Hey, Louie, which one do you want?" And Louie says, "Well, I'll take the bigger one." So Jerry gives him the nickel, and we go on our way. So later, I'm on my own, and I see Louie, and I say, "Hey, Louie, you know that a dime is worth twice as much as that larger coin, the nickel. So next time, why don't you take the one that's worth more?" And Louis said, and I'll never forget this, "If I do that, they'll stop playing the game with me." So you see, knowledge is relative. And don't forget, there's a lot of money to be made in climate change.
So, you'll reconsider?
Yes, Mark, I'll reconsider. Congratulations. I'm all yours. I mean, it's all yours. Forget the other candidates. I'm turning it all over to you.
Wow, this comes as such a surprise and an honor, really.
I've had my eye on you, Mark.
I'm flattered and overwhelmed. Thank you.
You just need to sign this contract for transfer of assets, and we'll wrap this up.
The body of the first part, to wit, Benedict Allen Thomas, shall convey to the body of the second part, Mark Wells Peterson.
Mark, focus. We just need to conclude this and move along. Miss Talbot, we need you to witness the signature. Sign the first and last page, and then we can wrap this meeting up.
Is this a TV show?
Oh, no. Yeah, right. Time is running out, Mark. Miss Talbot has to leave it at 5. Congratulations, Mark. You are now Mr. Thomas. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
What the hell?
Miss Talbot will take care of your immediate needs, and don't forget to take your pills in the morning. Doctor's orders. Gotta go.
Miss Talbot, send in the next candidate. And a new contract.